Alright, welcome everybody to Native Simboarding. Today we're going to have an FS competition in the Halfpipe. We've got 4 competitors, and it's going to be a good show. So, welcome everybody that came today. Hope you guys enjoyed the competition. These guys are going to be duking it out for, I think, a piece of 500 linden. And they're over there. Let's get a look at our competitors. Our competitors today: Crack Maniac Robonaut, long-time boarder, and he probably shouldn't even be in here. We should probably kick him out before he beats everybody. This guy's real good. And Nimi de Capolini, he's shined off his board recently, an old boarder, but he's good. So he's gonna give everybody some stiff competition. That's always for sure. And, we've got Siphon Hoxley, a reincarnation of I won't tell you who. But he's back here with another face, and he's going to rock the pipe. Caden Sporg, staff member here at Native, awesome competitor, pro boarder. He's going to make sure the other boarders don't make it too far. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this competition started. First up, we're going to have Caden Sporg. He's going to be first up, so he's going to set the bar for the rest of the boarders out here. He can stay in the pipe. He's going to be judged based on style and whether or not he can stay in the pipe and landing his tricks. If he does a lot of face plants, it's going to cost him a few points. The audience gets to decide if this guy gets a lot of points or not. So let's have somebody grab the puck there, and if we can get this round started, then Caden Sporg will rip it up down there. He's got a cool board, I believe he just made very recently. Waka Waka, it says. And he's in the pipe. Jumps in with a couple backflips and goes into a half roll. Goes back up the other side, does 3 spins and comes back down with a backflip. Goes up in the air, 3 spins to the right, and does a board stall. Maybe that was intentional, and comes back down into the pipe. Gives us a couple of figures into a roll, and back down into the pipe, of course. If he didn't come back down into the pipe, it's probably not a good thing. Gave us a nice trick over the pipe there, and gives us a roll towards the ad board, gets on it, or towards the scoreboard rather, and corrects himself coming down into the pipe. Pretty smooth landing. Goes up for a billboard ride, and then goes inverted into the backflip, tries to land on the rail, and he's out. Where is he? Yep, I don't see him. We're going to have to pause the time on him. Good job, Caden Sporg, until he decided to dip out. You know, maybe we'll catch that on a replay. We'll have a highlight of that, and maybe get a closer look, because I barely saw it happen, and that guy was just gone. Alright. Well, that is going to end his round early, unfortunately for Caden Sporg, and he's going to get a little bit of a lower score because of it. I'm going to open up the... Oh. Okay. And votes are open. So I'm going to give Caden Sporg a score I guess only you will see on screen. He was doing pretty good up until he crashed. He still had 39 seconds left on the clock, so it hurts him a little bit. Everybody get in your score. Anybody can vote. Let's get in a few votes here. Votes are open. I think, is anybody having an issue with the vote pad? Click the vote pad here. Everybody in the audience, I depend on you to give the boarder a score. We gotta have a few scores. We gotta have 3 scores in there to put something up on the board. Even the boarders, you guys can vote too. It shows your score in the chat. So if you give them a ridiculous score, everybody's gonna know it. Try and give him something fair. Alright, we've got 4 votes in, so that'll be enough for now. We'll go ahead and average those out and send it to the board for the first score for Caden Sporg. Oh, 5. So he got a 5. Next up is going to be Crack Maniac Robonaut. He's going to be riding his infamous board that he's ridden for a very long time. We'll see if he can beat what Caden did. Anybody can beat what Caden did. It's not hard to stay in this pipe. Can't believe he fell out. How do you fall out? No, it's not hard though. As you can see, there's a big gap next to the pipe. It's pretty much just a launch, ready to flip you out. Anyway, we about ready for Crack to get ready here? He sure is. He's getting ready. And he gets the buzz. Does a backflip into the pipe, and it comes back down Facky the other side. Goes up back and he comes back down, lands on the deck. He's lining himself up for a cool trick. Goes into the pipe. Goes up with a rafflecopter. Comes back down a little bit short. Comes up the other side and does a backflip into a roll. And boosts. Ooh! Almost going the way of the Caden. And luckily saves himself and comes in on the deck. Goes up for a rafflecopter, aims himself to land it, does a spin the other way, and lands it in there pretty nice. And we may have lost Crack. That's going to be a time pause on Crack. Crack flew out of the pipe. He went to go for a scoreboard ride, and he went over. And into the valley he went. And, well, we won't have to worry about Crack competing in this competition anymore. Needless to say, oh, never mind. Hey, Crack, we're glad you made it. Glad you're okay, bud. Alright, Crack's back in. He's going to be, we're going to have to score him on, obviously, a premature run because he got less seconds down than Caden did. So, let's give him a score appropriate. And votes are now open. Let me give my score here. I'm going to give him a 0. Just kidding. He was doing some great tricks too. Too bad he couldn't finish that run. We got 3 votes in. 6 votes in. Alright, we got enough here. Closing votes in 3, 2. Alright. He even got a 3 on there, so let's see what that averages out to and gives him on the board a 3. Twee! Alright, Siphon Hawksley is going to be up next, our mysterious man of mystery, and he's going to kick some butt today. He also happens to be part of the native staff here. And he's got, looks like a clean blackboard. He's going for the real clean look. So we'll see what he can do out in the pipe today. I haven't seen him board in quite some time, but he brought the safety gear, so we might be able to see him beat himself up. Does a backflip into the pipe. Ooh, does a spin, then a counter spin. Goes up, does a spin into a backflip, and comes back down into the pipe. Rides this inner wall here. He does a backflip onto the ice, and then decides to give himself an ice bath. Maybe he's making ice angels in the middle of the pipe there. And comes up back and does a front flip towards the other side of the pipe. And goes back up again, gives us 3 spins. Goes up again, gives us, I think that was 5 spins to the right. And goes up, gives us a spin into the backflip. So far, a pretty clean run. Does a rafflecopter into a front flip into, I don't know if he got confused. I think he got confused there. That's alright. He's still keeping a smooth ride here. He's not letting anything impair him too bad. Being fairly conservative, not trying to go too big, and he wants to get a full run in here, and probably likes to stay inside of the pipe instead of down in the snow valley. Goes up and does a roll, and comes back up backy, gives us 3 spins. Rides this inner wall, goes inverted into a rafflecopter and 2 backflips. And gives us a nice spin into a pose, into a, it looks like he rolled his back off the edge of the pipe and then gave another figure. And a nice front flip there coming back down, and that's going to be the end of his run. Good job, Siphon. Not bad. First full run of the evening. Everybody's going to give Siphon a score, including myself. And I'm going to give him... That's a good one. Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with a lot of the crowd there. And we'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2 more seconds to get your votes in. 1, and we're good to average those out and send it to the board. Looks like it gets an average of 6. Ooh, close to a 7 there. I saw quite a few 7s out there, so maybe next round. So far he is in the lead. And Anima de Capellini is up next. And Anima Capellini, he's got a weird name, but he's a good boarder. Alright, we're ready to go here. If Anima's ready, he's got his helmet on, but he forgot his strap. Jumps in with a backflip. 2 backflips. Gives us a figure, into a spin, into a half flip, and lands on the deck. And gives us a backflip down into the middle of the pipe. And gives us a figure inverted over the pipe into a backflip and lands that fairly smoothly. Goes up into a spin and a roll. Goes up this other side with a spin. And he goes into a backflip again and catches a kidney shot. Jumps up for an ad board ride. He goes inverted with the grab, lands on the pipe, or the rail, and then goes onto the deck of the billboard and does a couple figures down into the pipe, a backflip and a roll. And comes up this near side here with a spin. And only about 35 seconds left on the clock, and he's doing good so far. This is a nice spin into a roll. Goes inverted with 2 figures, back down on the other side of the pipe, nicely landed. Gives us a figure into a spin into 2 rolls, and finds out where the edge of the half pipe is. Comes back up backy this side, gets us some nice air, gives us 2 or 3 figures and a backflip, and lands it very nicely. Jumps up for that billboard, goes up back. He's got 2 seconds left, 1 second left. He's going to get in. This last trick is not going to count. He was not able to catch air, but he had a lot of great tricks in there, so I imagine he's going to get a pretty good score. Good job, everybody. Alright, that's going to open up the votes, and Anima with a great run. I didn't know whether to give him a 7 or an 8. That was a hard one. He was a good run. He kept it fairly conservative. Had a couple small blemishes, but all in all, it was a great run. Yeah, you should be voting Hakumi. Come on, man. We need everybody's vote. That's what makes it fun. You guys get to determine the outcome of these boarders. Of course, your score is public, and everybody knows what you gave them, so any foul play, and we can just erase it and tell you not to vote anymore, but hey, just give him a fair score. Alright, looks like he's got quite a few in, so looks like the scores have been sent up, and Anima comes out with an 8. He does get an 8, so he is in the lead by 2 points, right ahead of Siphon. And Caden Sport and Craig Maniac are going to come back this round and hopefully take it from him. Caden Sport is on the edge of the pipe, and he's ready to go. So whenever Caden wants to go, we can get ready, we can get set, and we can get this going. He's into the pipe. Gives us 3 spins into a roll. Nice figure. Jumps up with a double backflip and lands it with an unneeded roll. Goes up the other side for a spin and a backflip, landing it. Goes up with his river dance into a figure, into a roll, river dance. Jumps up with a front flip onto the board. Very nicely landed. Goes up with an inverted backflip into a spin. Gives us a roll towards the ad board. And did he land on the net? Is he done? I think that's going to prematurely end his round. That was a little bit early, though. Consider that about 45 seconds, guys. He did hit the net out here, which is out of bounds. You can see this infographic right here next to me. The net being right there. That guy is out of bounds, so we had to see that and call him on it. Caden Sport with another unfortunate run. He's really going to have to pull it through in the third round. Last week we didn't have a single boarder go out of the pipe, and it's happened 3 times already now. It's so ridiculous. Okay. Alright, good job, Caden Sport. Great tricks until you ran into the net. Get caught like a fly trap. Alright, Crack Maniac Robonaut's going to be up next, and he also had an incomplete run last time. Oh, we just got the votes open. I'm counting my chickens too fast. Alright, everybody, let's give him a vote there. We are going to have to vote him on 45-second run. It's alright, kid. It's alright. I'm going to give him... He's doing so good. Until he ran out. Alright. Quite a few votes in here. I'll let these spool in. Everybody give him a round of applause for a horrible run. Good job. Good job. Until you went out loud. So from the way my camera was positioned, what he did is he flew directly under here and hit the net. It's probably kind of hard to see from the camera's position because I was overhead. But I did catch that, and maybe you guys did too watching the broadcast. Alright, and looks like all the scores are in, and he came out with a 5, same thing he had last round. And next up is going to be Crack Maniac Robonaut. He's out here on the deck ready to go. You can catch him all over the internet. Alright, Crack Maniac Robonaut on the deck. His anticipation must be boiling. We're giving him a patience test. Alright, 3, 2, and 1 is inside. So yeah, he goes straight to the billboard. Straight to the scoreboard, gives us a rafflecopter one way and then the other way down into the pipe. Goes inverted with a roll and comes back down this other side. Goes up, performs a figure and a backflip, and lands it back down in there facky. Goes up facky, inverted over the pipe with a rafflecopter, and lands it with a half flip. Wow, that was crazy. Goes up in the air, does a weird funky board roll, and comes back down on top of the deck. Jumps up for the billboard, rides the top of it, catches his friction again, and looks like he's coming for a trick down into the pipe. Gives us a backflip into a roll. And he's back down in that side very smoothly. Gives us a grab into a front flip and tries to land on the center side here. Gives a nice over the pipe figure into a front flip. Goes with a rafflecopter over the pipe, and he tries to go back the other way. Catches a little bit of friction but doesn't face plant it. Goes up facky with a half roll or a full roll and a grab. And comes back around going with a roll into a rafflecopter. Back around again, and he's going to give a rafflecopter, very smooth, and he's just banging out the tricks here. Crack Maniac with quite a run. And is he out again? Nope, he saves himself on the end of the roof there. He's got 2 seconds left, and that's going to be the end of his run. With a kickflip inverted down into the other side. Wow, Crack Maniac. Nice run. That was a complete run, and that was gnarly. Very few mistakes. And he ripped a lot of hard tricks. I'm sure he's probably pretty stoked about that run. Good job. Siphon, looks like he's pumped. Ready to get out there and show what he's made of next. We are going to have to vote on Crack Maniac's run, though, and I'm interested to see what this guy got. So let's find out. Everybody's rolling their votes in. And I'm going to give him a 2. That's about a 2, right? It was so good, I'm going to call it a 2. Not really, that was at least an 8. Alright, looks like we're going to have to give Siphon a second. I'm getting that shout out. Not sure what happened to him. He's giving a chat. Do we need to send the medics out? We still do have votes rolling in here. We got 8 in, so we probably got enough. Looks like he came out with an 8. So that's going to make Crack Maniac right up there with Anonema. And Crack only got a 3 last time, so if Anina can come in here and get some good points on the board, he can still maintain his lead. Otherwise, coming into the 3rd round, Crack could have the potential to take him over. Next up, Siphon Hawksley. So it looks like he's having some kind of complication. I'm getting some kind of word from over there in the Simboarders Bay. And he doesn't appear to have any issues. He is looking around wildly as if he doesn't know what's going on. Might have to drug test him. And he says that everything is gone on his screen. And then he says, "Oh well." He's hardcore like that? He is. Alright, we are about to see Simboarding blind. We have no problem with the blind Simboarding. However, we find it might be a little challenging. Clock is ready for man that can't see anything. And he spins on the deck. Looks like he found the middle. And he goes up for a trick. He does a backflip into a grab. Comes up this inner wall. Well, he must be able to see enough here. The blind man, Simboarding. He gets a spin into a front flip and lands on the deck. Goes 2 figures into the pipe. And here's our number 1 contender right here. Goes up for a scoreboard ride. Ooh, and comes back down with a Rafflecopter and 2 spins to land Facky. Boost up the same side. Throws a couple rolls in it. Jumps up with a Rafflecopter and tries to bring on this inside wall here. Goes to far side with a spin to a front flip. Ooh, 2 back flips and lands on his face. Jumps up with a funky spin into a twirl, and this guy's going for anything. That was nice though. He pulled that off. He gets a spin into his roll. So far he does have a complete run. The man that can't see anything might have a complete run. Ooh! Gut checks the railing. And looks like he's going to be alright. Lands on his head again. I think Nima might want to let that poor guy borrow his helmet. Alright. Siphon Hawksley with a complete run. Votes are open again so everybody can give him your score. I think he had a couple nice tricks in there. He's banged himself around a lot, so I'm going to give him a 6. Looks like he's got quite a few votes in already. Anima gets ready on the deck. Anima with his helmet, and, well, his unstrapped helmet. He's ready to kick some butt. Alright, so we got all the scores in. It looks like he gets an average of 5. So 6 last round, 5 this round. He's staying consistent, a little bit ahead of Caden Sporg. Next up is Anima Capellini, and he's going to try and defend his lead against Crack. And he gets the buzzer. Gives us a backflip, a roll into a backflip. Goes up with a spin into a figure. Comes back down, Facky. Gives us a figure, 2 figures, 3 figures, into 2 rolls. Back boost, and it looks like he's going for the scoreboard. 2 figures, and jumps back down into the pipe. He's alright. Jumps up, gets a mad air. Does 2 spins to the left. Comes back up this other side inverted with a grab into a backflip into another grab. Gives us a nice spin into a grab. Very stylish. Comes in here for a glass ride and jumps back into the pipe. Very nifty. And Nima Capellini defending his first place position with a spin and a roll. Goes inverted. And a backflip. And almost looks like he sunk into the snow for a second. A bit of wind. Gives us a nice grab into a spin. And jumps up off the scoreboard. Double backflip into a grab. And lands it perfectly on the other side. It's not that far, so I gives us a spin into another figure. And that's going to be the end of Anonima de Capellini's run. Very nice run. Very solid. Not too many mess-ups. Tried to incorporate a lot of variety. And overall, good run. Especially that inverted trick off of the scoreboard. Very good. Alright, I'm going to give him a score of 3. Just kidding. Oh, that was easily an 8. Maybe almost a 9. Looks like Simboarding's ready already. It's gonna be his last chance to get some points on the board. If he can't get a 9 or a 10, he's probably gonna have to take second or third place. He's going to at least need an 8 to get on the podium. We've already got 2 people with 8s. So we'll see how that works out so far. Siphon has got a point on him. It does go by top score, and then in the event of the tie, your total score. So those early round blossoms could hurt their end game. Alright, next round is ready. Simboarding out on the deck. Border got an average of 7, so Anima got a 7. Still maintaining the lead. Keeping some points on the board, definitely. Simboarding's in the pipe with, I believe I saw a backflip. And gives us a spin into a roll. Comes up this other side with a double backflip. Oh, into a left river dance. Gives us 2 right river dances into a left river dance. And this guy's river dancing all over the place. Goes up with a couple spins into a roll. And rolls towards the scoreboard. And he's up, and away. Simboarding double backflip into a left spin. Comes down a little shy. Jumps up the outer wall and gives us a spin into a roll. Jumps up with a double front flip figure, very nice, and lands that. Gives us 3 spins to the right and a roll. Jumps up with 2 spins to the right and comes back down, Faki. And comes with 3 more spins and a face plant. Those face plants are very popular today. Comes in, double front flip inverted into a roll. Goes inverted and comes back down a little bit shy, trying to say hi to those other competitors. And jumps over. Is he going for the net? He's gone! Simboarding with 10 seconds on there is going to have yet another out of the Piper. He only had 10 seconds left. That pause was a little shy. I saw him fly. He flew right in between the safety net and the rail right here and down into the valley. And down there, way down in the valley somewhere, Simboarding lies. We're going to have to judge him on almost a full run. And if when you pro boarders over there wanting to give Simboarding a teleport, we can make this magic happen and maybe he doesn't have to die in a valley. Alright, I'm going to open up the votes for Simboarding, everybody. Great run, aside from the whole flying out and finding his only way out of that side. Alright, votes are open. I'm going to give him... He's doing good, but he didn't... I'm going to give him a 6. But a good run. He had some nice tricks. Crack Maniac Robonaut getting his board ready on the deck. Votes rolling in for Simboarding. He pulls a 6 out of it, so he goes up there to tie Siphon for top score, and we'll see how Siphon takes this third. He could possibly win it over Caden Sport. Somebody's going to be on the podium, somebody's not. So far, Anemic Capellina in the lead, Crack Maniac at a close second, and it looks like our round has started. Crack Maniac's in, he jumps the 2 rolls down into the pipe, and whoa, does something funky there. Goes up with a double backflip and comes down with 2 rolls. It looks like he switched boards and gives us a roll into kickflip. Comes back down this other side with a spin, lands a little bit shy. Jumps up, gets a hold of that billboard and goes for the scoreboard. Goes inverted with the Rafflecopter coming down. Is he going to be able to land it? Sure, lands it the other way with a little style spin. Goes up with a, was that a small Rafflecopter into a roll? I'm not sure if I caught the Rafflecopter or not. Anyway, comes back again with a double backflip and lands fakie on the other side. It goes up fakie again and comes down right-sided after a Rafflecopter. Very nice, very skilled maneuver. Goes up with a double spin, lands a little bit shy. Jumps back down into the pipe, and he's up that far side, and he goes inverted with a half roll. Tries to land on the pipe. He sure does. He gets a hold of it. Goes back the other side and rides it back. Rides it backwards. And then does a backflip to on top of that. No! And he's out with 6 seconds left. And he's out. That magnificent run. And then he went for that scoreboard. It is his kryptonite. He went for that scoreboard at the end again and just whoosh right over the guy. He was looking at a 9. He really was. He had such a good run going, and then whoop, right off the back, it was just like you saw everything and then nothing at all. It's like that race where you crash it just before the finish line. Alright, anyway, we're all going to have to score him on 9/10 of a run. It was pretty awesome, but unfortunately short. I'm sure he's over there banging his desk. Crack Maniac Robonite, everybody. Alright, my score, I'm going to give the guy, I think I have to agree with a lot of the crowd here. I think I'm going to give him a 7. You know, he's looking at an 8 or a 9 easy. Oh, oops. Okay. Yep, 7. Alright, votes are closed. And it looks like my vote went to the next person. Alright, Crack Maniac came out with an average of 7. And we're probably going to need a vote reset, because my last one went in there for the next round. And we don't know if Siphon got a 7 yet. Hopefully he gets a 7. He might be able to contend up there. He is in an awkward position with Caden Sport. Caden Sport's coming up to match his Andy, so he's going to need at least a 5. We need to get above a 5. Comes in with a backflip into a Rafflecopter, into a backflip, and goes up this near side back. It goes onto the roof here, something I actually haven't seen used too often. And jumps with a front flip into a couple corkscrews, and comes back up this inside wall fakie. That was very interesting. And pulls around on the deck here. Looks like he's trying to correct himself. This is a backflip into the pipe, and twirls around on the inside and goes up for a glass ride here from the inside, and spins on the glass for us to see. And he's riding there trying to impress the crowd. Does a backflip into the pipe. Goes up for a scoreboard ride. Tries to do a front flip on it. Succeeds and comes back down in the pipe backy. Goes up with a spin and a double front flip. Comes back up the center side for a double spin. And comes up with another spin again. A lot of spins going on there. Jumps up with a backflip. And grinds himself on the snow a little bit. Jumps up. Oh, going backwards, opposite side of the pipe. And, oh, is he going to go out? He's got a very thin line there. Is he going to be able to get out of that very sticky situation? If he goes backwards, he's going to go out of bounds. If he goes forwards, he's going to continue to just take that chest hit to the chest. And he decides it's okay to go out of bounds now that the round's ended. And it's going to be a complete run for Siphon. He does stay in there. He doesn't do too bad. Good job, everybody. Alright, votes are open. Everybody give your score. Did he get a 5? Did he get a 6? What's he going to get? I'm going to give him, I think I'm going to give him the 6 on that. I think he did better than last time, and I gave him a 5 last time, so I'm going to give him a 6 this time. And all these votes are coming in. We got 7 votes in so far. I'm going to give you guys about 3 more seconds to let you get that vote in. 3, 2, and 1, and we'll have that averaged out and sent to the board. What's it going to be? A 6. So it looks like he's barely... Wow. That made things very interesting. Anima Cavallini is going to come up next, and it looks like he's just going to be defending his title against himself. He is going to need at least 3 points, so if he can't score at least 3 points, it's going to be bad. He's got 3 seconds, he's got 2 seconds, and the buzzer's going to go off. Anima Cavallini, for his run, jumps in with a corkscrew into a backflip. He gets a grab, inverted, comes down the other side of the pipe, goes up, up, up and away, and he gives 3 spins, 4 spins with a grab, coming back down, comes in a little bit shy on the deck. Jumps back into the pipe, comes in Facky, and goes up, up, up and away, and he gives 2 figures, 3 figures into a roll, 2 rolls, and comes back into the pipe, a little bit shy, but still looking pretty good. Comes up Facky with a grab, 3 figures, backflip, double backflip, and does land that. Goes up for a scoreboard ride, and he catches a grip. And he goes inverted with two grabs into a backflip. Comes back down to the pipe Facky and goes up, 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 and he gets a grab, 2 grabs, 3 grabs, a roll with another figure, and comes back down into the pipe very smoothly. Jumps up, 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 and he wants to go for that. No, he comes back down into the pipe with a figure. Goes up for the scoreboard again, and comes inverted with a double backflip, and ooh, that looked like it hurt a little bit. Lands his backside on the deck of the pipe there. Might have to call him medic. Gives us a spin with a roll. Comes in. Ooh, lands on this glass here. Facky very stylishly and jumps back into the pipe. I like that a lot. That looked really appealing. Alright, gets back onto the scoreboard with 1 second left. Goes inverted with a grab and a spin and a backflip. And he lands it. And a solid run for Anima Cavallini. That's going to be the last run of this event. Let's get our scores in. Votes are open. Anima Cavallini, I'm going to give him a lot of good. I'm going to give him an 8 on that one. I think he did good. Crack Maniac with that really awesome run. Could have competed with him if he had just completed it. I think he would be, him and Anima would be a little bit more neck and neck, but I think Anima's probably going to easily pull this one off. We got 8 votes in, and we're going to give you guys 3 more seconds to get your votes in if we want any more. Maybe not. Alright, votes are in, and that's going to be an 8. And let's look at the board here. Looks like we've got Anima Cavallini coming in first. And second, we're going to be having Crack Maniac Robonaut. Third, we have Siphon Hoxley. And 4th place is Cadence Borg. Just the winner last competition, I do believe. So you can go from rags to riches around here. That's for sure. We've got all the boarders here. Thank you guys all for joining us on Native Simboarding. Come by any Tuesday, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And I catch these guys boarding again. Maybe it won't be these guys, We seem to get a variety of different people. You can come in here and board too. Come in here and watch the show. I'll catch the live stream, like I may have mentioned before. My name is Robster Rob at Native Simboarding Facility. Thank you all for joining us, and thank you to Fresh. Fresh is a new club coming soon. They helped sponsor the event. And also to our other sponsor, Heavenly Skies Hollow Spears. They offer hollow spears, if you know what they are, and the bass note. Our 3 sponsors. Thank you guys very much for joining us, and I'll catch you guys this Thursday at Symbol, or next week at the Halfpipe again, right down here. Thank you, everybody.